Hello everyone! This is my Let's Play of Splatterhouse on the TurboGrafx. This is the Japanese version. You'll notice big difference is on the main character, the terror mask is white as opposed to red. And there he is beating up zombies, which is really what Rick does best. Smacking things with a 2x4. I have to apologize for one thing. Besides that unnecessary hit, trying to get fancy there with a sliding kick, and I completely screwed it up. And I messed that one too, trying to get the next set of spikes quicker and skip the bats. But I think I redeemed myself here. No, I don't. But yeah, I have to apologize for one thing. I'm not doing running commentary. I'm actually just sitting back and watching the video and doing commentary that way. This is essentially because I'm on a laptop and I can't have the game audio playing while I'm recording, or it records the PC speakers too. And I'm actually going to turn down the mic volume right now. As you may have noticed, this is my first video. I'm kind of new at this. Okay, maybe that's a little better. The worm stage. This stage is repeated throughout the game, depending on which route you actually take through it. It's pretty easy. You just kind of crouch in the middle and kick to both sides, and don't be surprised by this one here. It probably gets newer players. It's, yeah, I don't know. I've played through this 100 times and just know it's coming. I'm recording with Audacity, which is a great free program. It's what Paint.net is to Photoshop. This is to audio recording software. It's got a lot of great features. And the hanging corpses, I love them so much. They give such a sense of just disgust, I suppose, for the game. And you know, they split open and they leak out pus, and you know, a worm bursts from one. And there are some later that'll spit at you, and yeah, they're pretty gruesome. These swamp monsters here are pretty much a joke as long as you have a 2x4. If you're not using a weapon, then yeah, they've got a longer reach than Rick does, and you're probably gonna get hit once or twice. Yeah. Be careful to dodge those spiky balls. Also, one major thing I always got hung up on when I was a kid and actually playing this on the TurboGrafx is I'd have the turbo switches set, and Rick just wouldn't jump as high, so I'd die a lot in that stage. Just from getting hit unnecessarily by those spiky balls. Here's the poltergeist room. This is, yeah, it's got to be the lamest boss fight of all time. Those objects falling from the chandelier and ceiling, by the way, they give quite a few points, so if you do a score run, that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, and defeating the chair like that has its hazards. I know we're fighting a knife now, and I really don't understand why punching a knife knocks it out of the air. I figured it would just stick in him. I guess we shouldn't complain. Yeah, fighting the chair, though, like I did, has its disadvantages. It just kind of leaves you open to the knife unless you know how to dodge it, so I don't recommend that exactly, but I do like to end this fight quickly because I just think it's boring. And yes, the falling chandelier. I think it does damage or something if it hits you. I've never really gotten hit by it. I suppose I should see. Oh yeah, I remember doing stupid things here. I shoot the one-hit zombie, and then kick to death the two-hit zombie, and then shoot another one-hit zombie. It doesn't make any sense. I should be preserving that shotgun, but I'm not. Here we go, we miss with the stone, have to wait for the vomit to dissipate, and yeah, it's just, it's not a disaster, but it looks really, really poor. And we're going to juggle the shotguns now, just to make sure we have an extra shot on this guy. Because as you know, if he, well, as you may not know, I suppose, if he backs you into a corner, it's pretty much over. Unless you get lucky and do what I did and hit with a sliding kick and juggle him all the way back into the corner. Which is always something to try, but it doesn't always work because those chainsaws have a crazy reach on them. And that was the, I don't know, third boss? Yeah, stage 4, so I guess it was the third boss. Now that slug thing has always disturbed me, and I hate that, and I'll talk more about that when I get to it, but these spears, I absolutely love the animation, and always have, that they play when something gets hit with them. And I was just kind of sad I missed with the fifth one there. Because that getting hit in the gut and flying backwards, I just think that's great. And that slug thing is just so gross. I don't know what it reminds me of, or if it reminds me of anything. And again, I was trying to get fancy with the sliding kick and failed. I'm gonna blame it on my old controller, but that's probably not the case, to be fair. I probably am just that bad. But yeah, we got the spinning blades here. I don't know, the game is just great, and I really attach a lot of fond memories to this from my childhood. My dad was a big fan of games like this. And looking back on it, I probably wouldn't expose a kid to this game, but there you have it. There's a trick to defeating these guys that a lot of people don't know about, the mirror ricks. And mostly it just involves jumping at the right time and holding down so he does the kick, and then spamming your attack key. I think I do it here. Yeah. But more often than not, you'll get 2 hits on him, and it only takes an additional hit to kill him. And if you only score 1, then it only takes a sliding kick. But yeah, that was an example of failure. Thankfully, I had just gotten that extra life from 30,000 points, and it didn't really matter. I didn't lose anything there, except, you know, the little dignity in having to start the stage over. And I didn't do the jumping thing there, but I kind of redeemed myself, leaping in from off screen and doing it. Like I said, it just involves jumping at the right time. I've seen a couple of Let's Plays for this where the people have just utterly failed with mirror ricks. The chainsaw guy is one thing, but you know, if you know the trick with these guys, there's really no excuse. But yeah, the guy with the 2 chainsaws, oh, I've died unnecessarily so many times to this guy, or to that guy. And I got cautious right there because there's a stage later in the game that involves the mirrors, and I always get kind of freaked out at the last one, and every time I play it. Like I said, I've probably played through this 100 times in my life, and every time I get spooky around that last mirror. I really can't explain that. This is one of my worst bosses because I'm always afraid to get into range. You'll see much later, probably in the next video, because this is split into 2, so it doesn't run for too long. You'll see in the next video, I am just no good at micromanaging things. You know, as far as things flying at me from multiple directions, and I'm always afraid to get too close and get hit, and I don't know, whatever. But I beat him there with 1 heart to spare. I guess you really can't argue with that. And I wish I could keep the golden cleaver for the rest of the game, because that thing just makes me happy. Well, after this little bit, I think, yeah, we're gonna call it a video. This seems like a good place to stop, then we can wrap it up in a slightly longer second video. But, yeah, this is as good a place as any, I suppose. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and comment, I will reply. Thanks a lot.